is Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News on seconews.org. We're here in Las Animas with the VFW Auxiliary Post number 2411. Pam Valdez here with us to talk about a long time event. How many years have you guys been doing this?
We have been participants of CABA for the last 8 years.
And tell us a little bit about CABA and what we're looking. I mean, we're looking at some pilots actually eating their lunch. And if we pan over here, we can see all of the food items that are going to be distributed to local veterans, right? Mm-hmm. So tell us about CABA and the mission here.
CABA is a program from the VFW at the state level. Pilots from the Denver area have volunteered their time and their plane and their gas to come down and distribute the produce and the products that we receive, some toys for our needy veterans in our area.
All right, very good. So you guys primarily, you serve Las Animas.
We go from Lamar,
okay,
Hasty, Las Animas, and La Junta.
Oh wow, very good.
Yes.
Yeah. So right here in the heart of Southeast Colorado, these folks flying in. Now they're flying in, so they aren't local.
No, they're all from Denver.
Okay.
And some of them have come back several years. We have one couple this is their 5th year returning, and so we tried to have a meal for them and thank them for their service, for coming down and volunteering their time and their effort in bringing these products out. Usually it's the VFW and state level that purchases the food, and then they bring them down.
All right. Very good of them to donate, as you said, fuel and time,
yes,
and a lot of effort here,
yes,
to put food on the shelves for veterans,
yes,
at this time of year.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're looking to interview some of the pilots and check out some of the planes.
And this year we had 6 planes.
So that's very good. That's
yes,
a little more than
and
usual.
we have 9 pilots. Yes. Normally it's like 4. One year we had a helicopter.
Okay.
And then this year we had 6 planes. And
wow.
It's very awesome.
And of course we got to mention Santa Claus. We've got him we'll have him in the photo gallery on this one, but he's a busy guy this time of year, so he had to run.
That's right.
So we'll have some pictures of Santa Claus along with those pilot interviews right here on About the Valley. I'm Adrian Hart with Pam Valdez for the American Legion VFW Post 2411 Auxiliary.
There you go.
The CABA event, the pilot fly-in with Santa, putting these meals in veterans' hands for the holidays. Anyways, for the people of Southeast Colorado, I'm Adrian Hart. This is Adrian Hart back at the Las Animas Airport with CABA volunteer pilot Dan.
Yeah, Dan Lynn.
All right, Dan. Where are you from? Tell us about your passion with flying and with what you're doing here.
Well, I'm from Denver. I grew up in Denver, Colorado native. I got started flying 4 years ago, got my private pilot's license, I got an instrument rating, and bought this year plane 2 years ago, and I've been flying it kind of all over the country ever since. Mm-hmm. Being able to do these kind of charity airlifts for VFW has been great. It's a good way to get back and kind of help out folks.
All right, very good. So yeah, in partnership with VFW, you guys are hitting, he said 20 destinations. How many of them are you going to hit?
This is our only one. I think they try to get most of them today, although there's some sketchy weather on the western slope of Colorado, I think,
right
today. So they'll hit some of the other airports throughout the rest of the week, but usually they get it all done in a week.
Okay, very cool. How was lunch?
It was great. Yeah, it was pretty cool going to the VFW post there, and really good food.
All right, very cool. Thanks for joining us for lunch. Thanks for the interview. Let's take a look inside the cabin.
Sure.
Can we? So tell us about, you said you've had it for a couple years now.
Yep, this is a 1975 Cessna 182.
Okay.
It's had updated paint in 2015. It's got the original interior still.
Nice.
Although I did upgrade the avionics in actually last year, 2011. So it's got modern glass panel avionics in there, paired to some of the original analog stuff. So pretty safe. It's got a really nice autopilot in there, which allows for really good, stabilized approaches when you're in instrument conditions. And this plane will do usually about 150 miles an hour with no wind. And my wife and I have taken it kind of most over the country. We've gone out to the East Coast with it and a bunch of stuff like that. It seats 4, and it'll fly longer than your bladder can hold. Let's put it that way.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Right on. Well, I sure appreciate you coming to town and helping out our veteran community.
Yeah, it's great. This is my second time out to Las Animas, and probably might be seeing them again next year.
All right, very cool.
All right.
This is a lot better project than the $100 cheeseburger club or whatever.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
called.
yeah. You actually get to do some good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So thanks for bringing toys and all the food for the kids
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
veterans. So awesome, Dan. Anything you want to add?
No. Thanks for the chat, and thanks for the great food. Looking forward to next year.
All right, we'll see you again next year. Oh, we got the neighbors starting up there.
Yeah, there
Great
it goes.
footage here at the airport. I'll definitely be back. I'm glad to hear you're coming back too.
Yeah.
All right. For Dan Cava, VFW Auxiliary Post 2411, I'm Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News. This is Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News back at the Las Animas Airport. We're here with Cava volunteer Jason. Jason, do you want to tell us a little bit about your plane and your passion with the project you're doing today?
Absolutely. We certainly appreciate the opportunity to help out. This our plane here is a 2006 Cessna 182 that we've had for about 10 years now. So my wife and I are both pilots, so we get to fly together. I flew down today, she gets to fly back, and this is our 5th year doing the airlift, and we really appreciate the opportunity and just want to try and help out where we can.
All right, I got to ask, did Santa fly with you?
Not this year, but we always make the offer. It just doesn't always come to us. So.
All right, very good. Can we check out, because you've got a little newer plane than the last Cessna we just looked at.
Yeah.
He had the original interior, but he had some upgrades done to it.
Okay.
Can you show us the newer interior? Let's check out another Cessna.
Sure.
Pretty cool. So you said you've had it 10 years?
We've had it about 10 years. Yep, it's a 2006, but it's you'll notice in the cockpit here just a little bit different setup because this is what they call the G1000, which is a glass cockpit.
Okay.
So a couple big computer screens that run and tell us just about everything that we have going on in the plane.
All right.
We have a couple of old analog screens just as backup if something should happen, but thus far, knock on wood, we haven't had to use those.
All right, very good. And kind of cushy seats, I noticed. You got nice padding in the seats.
Yeah.
Pretty comfortable.
We actually have airbags in the seat belts themselves.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, 4 sets of airbags all the way around, and then yeah, little other seats here.
All right. Very cool. Anything particularly about the plane you find challenging?
These are Cessnas are kind of like this one version is like a station wagon, right? Doesn't go real fast, but it gets us where we want to go, and it hauls whatever we want to take along with us.
Yep.
And it's just an easy flying plane, and that's what we enjoy about it.
Very good. The last guy says his would go further than his bladder could. So
Yeah, at high altitudes, this plane will fly for 7 or 8 hours, so it'll go from here to Boise. But it just takes a long time, and yeah, it'd be tough to make your ladder less than long.
awesome. Hey, well, thank you, Jason, for taking the time, and thank you for contributing to our community while you're enjoying your hobby.
Very welcome, and thank you so much.
All right, good to meet you.
Good to meet you also.
All right, for the people of Southeast Colorado from Las Animas Airport, I'm Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News. This is Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News on seconews.org. We're here at the Las Animas Airport with some volunteers through the Colorado Aviation Business Association and the VFW local post number 2411. Just treated these guys to lunch, and we're back here at the airport. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us about the cause you're volunteering for?
Sure, my name's Lee Stevens, and we're able to fly down here with some volunteer toys and food for the holidays in partnership with the VFW.
All right, very cool. So you're total volunteer, and this is your for fun hobby. Do you fly for a living? Tell us about your passion with flying. You got to have passion to.
Oh, I have passion.
Yeah.
I don't have the skills to do it for a living, but I do this as a hobby. I love to fly with my friends. I love to do it for charity, do different things about transporting dogs for charity and stuff like that as well. Any chance I can get to use my passion to help others is something I love to do.
All right. Yeah, you guys are pretty similar to the car show guys. It's just a little more involving if something goes wrong mid-trip. Tell us about your plane. Let's take a closer look. We can step up to the cockpit.
Sure.
If you want to tell us a little bit about what you're flying.
Yeah, this is a 1981 Aviation Pierre Robin. It's a French-designed airplane that actually was started as a plane for fighter training for the French Air Force.
Oh, wow.
And so it's side by side, two seats, and it's got left-hand throttle, right-hand stick, which is the way fighter pilots are trained to fly. It's a fully aerobatic plane, so you can do loops, rolls, spins, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
I've only owned it for just under a year, but it's one of the planes I learned to fly on, and so I love flying it.
All right, very cool. And if it's one you learned to fly on, you just recently acquired it. Have you done any loops in it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. This is very
Absolutely. That's why I bought it.
very cool. I love it. So thank you so much. Anything you want to add?
No, other than this is a great cause, and if you find this interesting, you should sign up and do it next year.
All right. Very good. So join CABA and come support our veterans across Colorado.
All right.
This is not your only stop, right?
That's right. That's right. I'm going up and taking some more stuff to Longmont, but I think there's over 20 destinations in Colorado that are getting supported today.
All right, very good. Hey, thank you for taking the time, and thank you for contributing to our community. And I hope you get to pull a couple loop-de-loops on your way home.
That's a good idea. My pleasure. Thanks a lot.
All right, very good. For CABA and VFW Post 2411, Auxiliary Post 2411, I'm Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News.